Today we are at a secret vendor from its hideaway. Back in the day, you could forget what was here in Defiance, but they done mothballed all that, so it's not here anyway. I'm starting the video here because it was just a waste of time starting it way back when. So today's video is mostly gonna wrap around, because one of the contracts is the mayhem is a mayhem. It's a rampage. And this is with this
3, 2, 1.
Push L1 to start firing. If you start the fire, so you have to fire up. Hold L2, and even if you don't push L1, it still I got it done. I'm not gonna call it over it. I completed the daily and got a handful of kills to boot. But yeah, you gotta watch out for this. When you first come here though, there is usually a mess of hellbugs you have to wipe out first. Probably, it's hard to say exactly, a small colony. Only 10 or 15, I think, maybe 20, give or take. Never really thought to count them. And in my last video, I said something about, you know, the Crusader missions that you go when you want to do them. You do them from Last Chance. Well, this is one of the areas that you come. Well, by one of these trees somewhere is a data recorder. Not sure which one, but if you do the missions, it shows up for sure. But it's at the base of one of these trees, I think. It's been a minute, 100%. Or it may only be here when you do the mission, but there's a data recorder here. When you do any mission, where there's a data recorder, you need to find those data recorders. Just for the mission's sake. I don't know, it's not showing up unless it's because I already did the missions and now they don't show up at all. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, it's a data recorder. That's part of that mission. So it's probably a good idea to, when you get it, listen to it. And when you go through the Crusader missions. They're a side note on the primary mission, so they don't, I don't know if they don't really add to the storyline that I know of or noticed. It's kind of like a separate thing. You're just trying to figure out what the grid are doing and I think he's trying to figure out what the grid are, what they're doing, and what their plans are. So, you know, something like that. Ouch. As I showed in one of the other videos, anybody who watches this video and watches the Red Dead videos, your character cannot really be killed in this. Like I've said before, the only things that can really hurt you in this game are, I don't even know if you can be ran over by another car, whether that hurts you or not. You can't. The only things that can hurt you is your enemies, your list of enemies. I'm not going to name all of them because pretty much all enemies in this game of you can hurt you. Other players cannot. You cannot be hurt from falling from tall buildings, bridges, anything. You wanted to. I think I showed this once in another video. I climbed up, maybe it wasn't this one, but I climbed up to the top of the Golden Gate Bridge, the part that you can access. If you can get up to the Golden Gate Bridge,
Hitching a
and if
ride.
you fall from it, you will not die. You can climb down, but you know, why bother when you can fall down? The only thing that kills you is the water for some reason, because there's some sort of a barrier in it. And if you go outside that barrier, that's the only thing that can kill you. That, the bad guys, and the only weapon. Anything else can't kill you. I mean, all your enemies, all the enemies, obviously. As always, you want to make contact with one of these, if at all possible, or try not to die. You don't know. I haven't played this game for a while, so you know, I'm trying to get back into the swing.
There's people here who need our help. Hurry, let's free them.
One of the art kind of bounties for today is killing 99ers. What was that?
Time for round two.
One of the things that the giant owners go around doing, probably their biggest flaw, is that they go around finding people to become 99ers. They will take these dock workers and they will turn them into 99ers.
Shit, yeah! Time to get out of here!
I'm not 100% sure on the process, but there's a few different places that, you know, there's one place that we can go just down the street.
Oh, thank goodness! Let's go!
We can explore, even though nobody's ever told me this. I figured this out on my own. There's a few places that you can go where you can see part of the process.
Got to cover!
Fill in the blanks. All they get these little flamethrower dudes. Oh, I don't have to. I've always been so I'm all out of, you know, all out of sync and time. I haven't played this game for years. Well, I'm probably going to be playing it a lot more than I did back in the day because, you know, Red Dead isn't what it used to be. I mean, first of all, they take out, when we make a path, when they reset the streak every 30 days, or 28 days. They offset that by giving you $100.
Over here! I can't get
That's when you're going to make up for all the gold.
I'm over here!
I mean, there's a lot that they could add and change and tweak with that. Although the same thing can be said. No Tryon should have added, should have opened Silicon Valley at the very minimum. Maybe Alcatraz, maybe not. Alcatraz is basically just got all the vendors over there, and it's a starting
over here!
Point
I can't
for
get free!
The expeditions. But you really don't need. You really don't need to go over there.
You're the
to
best.
The
I owe you big time.
I mean, you can hit your thumb pad right here, and you go up here to matchmaking, and you go to competitive map. Quick thing that'll randomly pick one for you. Shadow War, co-op maps. What's this one down here? Oh, these are arenas. Geez, they don't even have any of those on here. They don't got any of the expeditions. Wow. Never really saw that. So these are the arenas. These are the observatory keys. Dark Horse Chamber. Ridge. 101. Wreckage. Observations. Co-op. See, you can't pick what co-op you go into. If you hit that, you'll be randomized into one. The only way to pick what co-op map you go into is to physically go to it. And you gotta have a group of people when you do it, or it won't let you in. And you have to go either here, if you want to do Explosions 101, if you want to do... One's up... I know there's one up here. It's not showing up for some reason. There's one up here, though. I'm not too high, am I? Well, it's up here. I don't know why it's not showing up. But, Liberate the Lost, if you're familiar with Liberate the Lost. It's supposed to be right here. I don't know why it's not. Maybe it's because that arc falls too close, or maybe somebody's already doing it. I don't know. Maybe it's a one server type deal nowadays. This one right here is the mother load. This one right here is Solicitor Evacuation. It's the one where you help Varys clear out that mine that's there. What other ones are there? This one, of course, is the Thorn Lero Arenas. I haven't done them yet, so they're not showing up. This one is Island of Lost Soldiers. If you're familiar with that co-op, that's how you do it. But you have to have a group of people. Won't even let you play it, so it's a lot more. So they added a lot, but then they took a lot out. But you have to go to the different arenas, and Scrapworks, like I said, is down in San Francisco at the bottom by the trolley. Whatever one people are geared up to play, when your name comes up, you will automatically transport it there, and whatever one everyone else is signed up for, will automatically put into a group. So, like you want to click if you want to primaries daily, you have to do at least one of those co-op maps, because that's what your dailies are, is always one of those co-op maps. 7 Legion does arc called something I think they should have done from the beginning, but like I said, Alcatraz is basically just a launch edition. And maybe it's because they didn't put the expeditions in this game, which is one of the reasons why it's not open yet. But see, they should have, you know, had that opened. You know, before it took them over a year when I heard when this game first came out.
I was really in a pinch there.
Ammo is out.
This is the one of the most annoying things with this gun. Is I'm always running out of ammo.
No.
Grabbing ammo.
Especially with the suckiest thing, but for me, you know, it's good game. And you're always picking up ammo from falling. I'm not sure if you have two missions here or just but when you come here for the main mission, you have one of those Gatling guns or whatever the frick they call them. The ones that I was just
Get me the hell out of here!
There's a distress signal coming from the warehouse. It must be where the captured workers are.
Dude that I just freed, he's one of the M2s, and all MCs like him cannot be touched. Only the bad guys.
Hello? Can you hear us?
So you can't just
We're
go
hiding
around
inside the office of the main warehouse.
MCs or
You rescued our
players.
coworkers. Those damn things that
You
took
only
over
can
this
sneak,
place
like I
are coming
said.
down the pier again. Oh shit! There's a lot of them. Head them off out front, and we'll come out once it's secure.
We need to clear this area of hostiles.
This is the docket. I don't know if there's two of them or not. I know there's two
Not the weapon.
one for a main
Doing great.
mission.
Keep it up.
Wide open. Taken out.
Keep doing what you're doing. I'm detecting more 99ers on their way.
And if you're thinking if you just start this game and you want to come and do this one, I wouldn't recommend it.
Need ammo.
Because these are like in order, and the intensity increases from one to the next, depending on from the starting point up to this point.
Hold it together.
And if you don't do the main mission, you've got to level up. And it will only let you do these until you've leveled. Some of them won't let you do until you've leveled up. So I know I couldn't go past a certain point. You have to have a certain level of skill.
We're almost done here.
Get past everything's tied into another. Your skills, your things are all tied together. You can't get higher levels until you get higher skills. I think I'm not sure about that one. This is one of three. This is one of 3 weeklies that I'm.
Thanks. They would have turned us into one of them if it weren't for you. We're getting out of here.
This is called Dock Rescue. As I think I specified before, see, when you do the main missions, you come around here. You go down one of these dirt roads here. So when you leave here, you come down here, you follow this road around, you follow this dirt road, and then you end up here. And then you go down around like this, and down around like this, and down around like this. So these levels, so this area right here is considered level 1. And as you come down here, this is level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You really don't, after here, you jump straight across to here, then you come back around, and there's a mission right here. This is called Pirate's Cove. I think this is Pirate's, yeah, this is Pirate's Cove right here. Is it not line? Oh, there it is, Pirate's Cove, right there. And then you come back around here, you go to Headlands Transit, and then you go back, and then you come here, and then you do the Klondike, right? There's also, is this the right one? Anyway, there's a bunker here. You go and you do 2 or 3 missions with that bunker. There's 2 missions and a side mission that you do there, and then one here at Volton Ridge, and here. So there's like a few in this area, but this would be the next level up. And then when you come across here, this is a side mission, and then there's a few here you gotta do. And then there's a few side missions you gotta do as well. And this is Dark Matter. But then once you get here, and then you do all the missions in this area, there's like 10, I think, or more. You pretty much, see, this is Dark Matter's main base right here. These are just sub bases and what you call it. This right here is Rampage. This is where you go and beat up nice scrappers with a big arm punching thing. A lot of people use it to do their Mach-E kills, and you have to beat something to death. That thing that you get in there is like a big hand, that big arm hand thing that fits over your hand and gives you a lot of punching power. Pretty neat, I think. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to, this one's going to, we're not going to actually do the conflict site, because that's not what we are going down there for, but we're going to go down there and kind of explain my understanding of how the 99ers go from a normal person, like those dock workers and other miners and what have you, and anybody else they can get, to being mindless idiots. And they do have cybernetic implants, I mean, but they still have what you call they still have organic tissue still. They keep some of it. I don't know which parts they keep and which parts they don't. Maybe this will help me remember which parts they keep and which parts they don't. And then I make contact with this. We probably will be shooting. I'm not gonna, I may or may not complete it, I don't know. It's not a daily or anything, so. And every time you go to the ammo, you gotta pull your clip, put a new clip in, and then change it. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner, see I have 50 bullets. And then that little number pushed to the bottom, everybody knows that's how much you totally have. So whatever bullets you don't have, you know, you can only hold that many. So when your clip is empty and then you fill it again, it takes from your bottom one. But if you're empty completely, then that 50 comes out of there and then you're 50 down. And it's just easier, you know, to get it all at the same time. So we're going to ignore all these idiots. Only fight the ones we have to. Come around here to the back with this little door that's always open. Butthead. Butthead 2. Now this is called Depot Recovery. Yeah, that's a good one. There's a couple of different reasons why you come in there. One, the battery thing. Now this right here are the chambers where they make the 99ers. Because the primary 99 is the company. This place is owned by the company. What all occurs here, I'm not 100%. If you look at these chambers here, this is how they make the 99. You look in them, see there are ones where there is it's hard to tell, but some of the chambers, there's some in there and some there's not. So these chambers is how they brainwash them apparently. These things hanging from the ceilings are parts. Somehow they take that and they hook it to you, to the individual. If no matter even if they catch you and kill you, you never become it. Some of these chambers look like that one looks like the past one. But anyway, somehow they hook you to this, and they hook the dock worker. I say you because it's a generalization. And when they put the individuals in here, and then when they emerge, then they're a mindless idiot, do whatever they want. So if you go around and look at the different mines in the area, okay, you come out here to the sign. It tells you what the place is. Down here. Yeah, this sign right here. See how it says MUIR Union. Now that's the company. This is Union Depot. Now that's the company right there that started the implants. So any place that is a MER Union has 99ers or these cyber idiots. I know Mine 99 does, Mine 98 does. You know, there's a few places around. And they're all part of the union, so those places are owned by that union, so of course they have the 99ers. But we kill a lot of the 99ers, so.
Growing mobile.
Ones that we got don't have offspring. I I don't know where the little things are. I don't know how long that was going to make this video for, but that's a little bit about how they beyond that. I'm guessing. But if you look at it, it looks like that's how they do it. Those fingers are 999 in the area because you have two different missions. You have a mission and then you have a co-op in there. The co-op goes into a different direction of the mine, and the mission goes into a completely different direction as well. See, in the old days, I guess they needed the workers to work longer than they do. And humans were capable of working, so they, little by little, I heard that they replaced their limbs with, if they lost a hand, then they replaced it with a cyber lip. And eventually, they just started replacing their whole bodies. Oh, where's Stupid Head? Oh, there Stupid Head is.
Bleeding out.
Now this one will go against the 5 for the week. And there is no limit on how many missions you can do, how many other contracts you can do in a single day. There is no limit on how long, how long everything can take you. Just if you're not up to a certain level, let's say that your ego level is only 8 when you get to the Iron Demon Ranch, it won't let you go any further until you reach at least level 10 ego, or 12, I think. It's either 10 or 12, one of the two. I think it's 10. So if you're 8, you won't be able to go on until you level up 2 levels. That's probably one of the that's one of the points for not trying to beat the game in one day, maybe, or not every level thingy. It's one of the arguments that you could make to do the roadside things, because they will give you XP so you can level up, and then the Arc Falls is a big way to do it. I mean, some people don't even do the missions; they just do the Arc Falls and level up that way. But you do you don't. I know you don't have to do the missions if you don't want. Story missions if you don't want. But if you do like everything, like Arc Falls, the missions and everything, in a pretty spend a decent amount of time with the areas, you should, See, the main missions are a big explanation thing. The little missions are a little one. And the side missions really don't have to be done, but you know, sometimes you find stuff like, well, you get one of the things you get XP. So you can level up. You get mods for your guns. You get script, which is what they call money in this game. I'm not exactly sure how the Golanite and the purified Golanite and all that fit in. I just know that they needed to purchase certain items. The bits is the premium currency. It's the equivalent of gold. This is a roadside thing that's always here. You kill these idiots and they'll be back to wreck somebody else's day in no time. When you come here to do a mission through here, you gotta kill all of them and turn on these laser guns here. Wow, it's 4 o'clock already. Interesting. That's mountain time. 4 o'clock mountain time. 5 o'clock central time. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Ooh, look at the player. You can always tell players because they have a little chevron and their name shows above their head. It's purple. This is the grid. This is part of the Crusader missions. Once you've completed all the Crusader missions, he disappears. This is one of those laser guns.
Medic!
I won't trigger it because it's not devised to shoot me. But it is.
Medic! I don't see any more of them.
They never stood a chance.
Somebody must have come by and started this. But these roadside things aren't necessary. But if you want XP, you do them. And if you want to know about your different enemies when you're playing the game, you go here into Intel. And you come down here to the videos. I think it's down here, the enemies, and then it'll tell you about the different enemies. See here. Where's the rest of them? These are the mutants. Play.
The mutants. The mutants are a new threat raised from the ashes of war-torn ruins and abandoned military bases. These mere mindless and hideously mutated Cretans were once human soldiers, scientists, and powerful biomarines of the Earth Military Coalition, mankind's defunct global guard against extraterrestrial invaders. They continue to enforce their final orders to fight for humanity, even though the Pale Wars ended long ago. Wielding postmodern weapons expected of Earth's finest army, the mutants are a force to be reckoned with. Their muscular mutations grant greater body protection, but leave their craniums as the best possible target of attack. Hellbugs. Name is common usage for species designation Scylla firmida, product of the Arkfall and the subsequent terramorphing disaster. Subterranean species, capable of rapid excavation of even the hardest of bedrock. Possesses a ravenous appetite for raw goulanite to fuel a complex and varied life cycle. Aggressive and territorial. Shocking speed, razor-sharp appendages, and toxic excretions enable swift execution of prey. Chitinous hide repels most small arms. Vulnerable to precision attacks on exposed gland-like structures. Additional research and analysis required. Exercise extreme caution. The Raiders. The Raiders are a large interspecies horde of lawless scavengers that terrorize the outlands of the post-Arkfall world. These nomads prey upon frontier towns, pillaging them of their resources, and killing or enslaving the helpless residents. A large number of these raiders have invaded the Bay Area, seizing the land in Madeira and Sausalito. They are homicidal zealots who are granted a savage bravado via their vast numbers, drug-addled delusions, and willingness to follow the orders of whoever wants to lead them. They will often haphazardly lunge into combat wielding an array of Potec weapons. For an advantage in such situations, snipe from a distance or frag them when they cluster. The Volge. The Volge are a world-conquering species that was believed to have been left behind in the Votanus system. Their emergence on Earth comes as a surprise to humans and Votans. The Volge have no allies, and the motives for their swift and brutal strikes remain a great mystery. They appear in raids to collect Ark debris that has fallen from the sky, dragging their prize down to their underground colonies. Their bodies are built for combat, secreting armor while powering bionetic cold-fire weapons. Their only known weakness is their fearlessness. They'll march straight into combat with little to no cover.
This looks like some of the data recorders here too.
Attention, all residents of Paradise and beyond. I, Varys Seleptor, am proud to bring you the joyous news that the infamy of Jackleg Joe is no more. The villain of the Bay has been executed. I personally guided the efforts to remove the stain upon the land. I finally brought retribution to the nearly indestructible cyborg Jackleg Joe. The Lawkeeper Cooper also contributed, blah blah. In honor of this monumental achievement of frontier justice, I am naming today J-Day, a day of justice. To celebrate J-Day, my trading post and bar, the Crater, will be pouring well drinks and all top-shelf Liberata liquor at half price. A 4-drink minimum after cover. Happy J-Day to all Defiance.
It's funny how he takes credit for something we did. Well, we as a whole, because, you know, other Ark Hunters eliminated them each time they did it. If you do the main missions, you will eliminate him too. He's not the easiest one to do. He's hard, pretty hard. That's where one of the arguments for making sure your guns are up as high as you can get them, your shield is up as high as you can get it before you get to him. That's why no rushing through the missions. Get your levels up. Make sure you just keep them up. So these are all data recorders. Ones you picked up. I know the main ones are here, but that looks like the supplemental ones. This is the one in C. I don't think that same one is here. The day after Defiance, meet with Oh, I never did that one. This is the one you pick up over at the bathhouse. I didn't show that one in that one video where I was over there doing that. I meant to. This is the data recording you get from there. This is basically what it says.
Mijita, how is that hailer coming?
Almost done.
Don't use too much solder on the circuit.
Dad, I've done this like 1,000 times, okay?
You're right. My little girl knows what she's doing.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Cooper tells me that the troops are closing in.
Then we'll defend ourselves. Let me get back to work. I have a lot to...
Please, close your eyes.
Dad.
Just give me 1 minute, mijita.
Fine.
Do you remember when Mama and me would take you and your brothers to get some ice cream and sit by the beach?
Of course.
That's basically Rosa and her dad. These are the ones you get from Liberate the Lost. These are the 3 data recorders you get out of there. Report for duty. She ain't much time. The test. See, you ever get time? You want to kill some time or whatever. After you listen to these data recorders, they give you a lot of insight into the games. Wow, Butthead is here. Oh, goody. And go kill him.
Prime target eliminated.
Now we gotta get his pygmies. Or his minions. Oh, that is 4. Those video, that little intel, it doesn't tell you about the 99ers. Thought there was one in here that told you about the 99ers. See videos. See, they're not listed. Gives you the mutants, the hellbugs, and the bone. Maybe they don't consider the other one's thingy. And help. What does the help do? Combat, movement, mount, social. co-op maps, synergies. Maybe I'll have to read that one on synergies. But I'm not 100% sure how the synergies work. I only know that they work. But there's a trick to them. You know, if you want the most out of them, you gotta have all your synergies. And am I going the right way? Just don't remember the bridge being like this. Yeah, that's blameless. Let me think. Who owns this thing? Is this one of the things that Union owns? Yep, Mer Union. They're even if they're doing something bad there and we have to stop it, we have to shut the smelter down. I don't know what the smelter does. I just know it exists and it does something. And it gets oil from, gets fuel or whatever from rigs like that one. But see, you see those right there. See how that smoke is, they're not supposed to be that running that hot. The fact that they're running that hot and you can see that flame, you're not supposed to be able to see those flames. At least I don't think you are. Now this is a tricky spot if you ever respawn here. You can respawn here, you can sit here for a minute, but I don't know for how long, because eventually that smelter over there, that's what he's called, is a smelter. He will notice you. This is one of my favorite things to do. This is one of the things you gotta do when you're when you take out Jackleg Joe. You have to light a couple of smelters on fire. It's kind of hard to explain, so just when you have to light one on fire, you make sure that you learn how to light them on fire before you do that one. It's easier because you have to light them on fire. It's the only way you can take Jackass out, because he has an impervious shield. In the old Defiance, you can redo some of those primary missions like that. See, I could redo it in the old Defiance. This one I can't redo. Maybe we'll try one co-op, see what we get. Tier 4. See how many people are waiting. But like I said earlier, you cannot pick what one you want. And I have mine set up to where my trigger throws grenades, but it has a cooldown period. So it said, how many people are waiting for the co-op? 3. That means I'm the only one waiting, because you need 4. Well, we're going to transport ourselves. Wow, I got to 6 already. It must be glitching. Of course, I did do those ones and those other ones. And like I said, they meant for you to do 6 in one day. And it is possible to do 6 contracts in a day. So you are able to get both of these in a single day. If you do the 6 contracts, and you are able to do 6 contracts once you get up leveled. But if you don't, then whatever, if you did 2 one day and 4 the next, then you'd get it in 2 days. If you did 2, 4, 6, then it would take you 3 days, and then you can still get this second box. So they add up. The 2 do too, I think. So if you only do 1 and then you do the next one, you won't get this except for every other day if you only do one contract a day. But if you do at least 2 contracts a day, then you're good. But if you do all 6, then you get both of them. You do 2, you get 1 of them. But I don't know what else I'm going to do for right now. I got to go to the bathroom, and I didn't want to leave myself there, but I don't want to leave the video running while I'm going. So I don't know if I'll be back to finish the video or not, but I'm going to stop it here because I don't want it running while I'm in the bathroom. And then I'll think about whether I'm going to start the video back or not. So you guys have fun.